Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. Looking forward to going through some deadline deals with you here. Let me know if you guys rather see the playthrough on these, or you would just rather see kind of I don't want to say administrative items, but the trades and the promotions, demotions, things like that. Because I can tailor it toward what you all want. I like doing both. I just spent an inordinate amount of time going through everyone's relief situation to see who I can peg. But today we're just going to go through some trades. I have some lined up here, and I'll kind of explain the thought process through each of those. So, first you look at our bullpen, bullpen ERA. This is not the end all be all, obviously, but 8th in the National League. It's a little high, but again, for the bullpen, you're not necessarily looking at ERA. So we're actually going to dive into the pitching here, and you don't see standout performances. You see our starting rotation is having a great season. You see Singer is great. May's been great. Keller's been off the charts. Gonsolin's been okay. But he was really a reliever too. And then Archer's been pretty good, all things considered. Now you have to think that one time we're going to get Tyon back. You can't trust him. You have to just continue on as if he's not going to be a member of the team, just based on how his arm is completely wrecked at this point. And then Trevor Williams at one point will come back as well. So we'll have an abundance, I guess, of pitching there. But if you look at the rest of them, Steven Brault, -2 WAR. His ERA should be in the 5s right now. If you look at how many people he has struck out versus how many people he's walked, it's not great. This is minor leagues written all over him. I think we should probably send him back down. So that's a lefty we're gonna have to replace. Look at Gage Hines, not sure. Again, 0.1 WAR. He hasn't had a ton of playing time. He's played okay, but still, if we're going to make a run for the division, we want to have some form of, a reliability at our back end. Richard Rodriguez, -1 WAR. Again, small sample size there as well. Very similar to numbers to a couple other relievers, but it's just, again, three walks per 9. That's the issue. Look, 3 walks per 9. 3 walks per 9, 3.1 walks per 9, even though Stratton has a great WAR. Again, it comes back down to those innings pitched like he did last season. You look at Waddell and you look at Wyman, again, they're low as well too. So, earlier this year, we pretty much remade the entire day-to-day roster, and we added some starting pitching too. So we're going to add some relief, not only to the major league level, but also some reinforcements in the high and minor leagues. So if something were to go wrong with one of these deals, we have a backup that we can hopefully bring through. So the first trade I'm going to talk about is one that probably has the biggest name attached to it. So we're going to go to trade, and then we're going to go to the Cardinals. We're actually going to trade with a intra-division rival, and I'll tell you why they want to get rid of Dellin Betances here. So I was looking at this, and you can get him. They're pretty much giving him away. Very attractive piece. He has a reputation. I shouldn't say reputation. Reputation of walking people, number one, which isn't going to be great. But he also has a reputation of success too, or a history of success. And I may come to regret this deal, but Archer's coming off the numbers next year, so I'm not necessarily worried about that. And that's $11 million off, so we're gonna have room. And I can see why they don't want him. $3.1 million vesting option for him if second year is a vesting option requiring 50 innings pitched. Y'all want to know what he's at now? He's at 48 innings pitched. So they're going to be on the hook for another $3 million if they don't get rid of this guy in this trade deadline day in the next 12 hours. So I will take a flyer on him because the Cardinals have a deep bullpen there. Obviously, I think a half game ahead of us, so it's going to subtract from them, hopefully add to us. And if we have to get rid of him in the offseason for nothing, that's just what we have to do. So we'll go back here. And like I said, you can get rid of him for absolutely nothing. Like we're gonna give up a player named Bear Bellamy, 24-year-old reliever. He's still in the low minors, minus .4 WAR. We're giving up nothing for him, just money. Essentially, we're giving up just money for him at this point. And I'll see if I didn't even try this, but I should see if they'll take on some of the salary even. 25%. Okay, so look, we can get them to take on up to 50 and still do the deal. I wonder, can they keep the whole thing? All right, so they'll do it. Wow, that's crazy. So we're getting him for nothing, and I'm curious as to why. He's unthinking, but I don't really know. Does he have an attitude issue? I don't know of him in real life as having an attitude issue at all. I don't know. And if, like I said, worst case scenario, we get rid of him. I mean, that's what we do. So he'll be at the back end of the bullpen. We're going to complete that deal now. Another piece we're going to give away is probably the most notable names on our end. We're going to go to the Twins, or no, I'm sorry, not the Twins. We are going to go there at one point, but in the meantime, we're going to trade with the Indians. So we are going to ship out Kevin Kramer, who we've just destroyed his career, to be honest. We've not done him any favors. He's now playing some, form of left field and right field and second base, and he has a minus .1 WAR in AAA, and he a couple years back he was a highly regarded prospect. You can see 4.2 WAR here, AAA 2018. He had a lot of good things going, and I think that Kevin Newman has locked up that second base spot, and we've not done him any favors. So I've actually, he's the only, I know this is a virtual game, but I actually felt bad for him. I've tried getting rid of him before just so I can hopefully go somewhere else and get a start, somewhere. But no one's taken him. So in this deal, he'll actually go through. And then Nico Goodrum, that was a deal that went bad. Didn't cost us too much, but didn't get a lot out of it. .2 WAR overall across 2 seasons. There's really no use for him with us anymore. We've given him multiple opportunities, and each time it hasn't fallen flat. So what we're going to get is we're going to get Brett Martin, left-hander, .1 WAR. He has pretty good stuff here. If you look at his ratings, pitches almost just as well against right-handers as he does left-handers, which is pretty important there. His possible arbitration is fine. And then again, if you go back and look at his personality, easy to like, that's good. So we bring him in. But then also what we're getting in the deal is Phil Matten, so I'm going to pronounce it. He was an all-star this year. So again, it might be 10 Ks, 2.7 walks. He's had a very good season. Real workhorse, doesn't care about fame or personal accomplishments. He just wants to win. Love that. He'll fit in just fine. And then again, if you look at his ratings, he pitches just the same against lefties and righties, which is important. So we're gonna make sure we can make this work now, and we're gonna put in Jake Wright, right fielder, 23 years old, low minors. That'll complete the deal there. So yeah, we accomplished the goal too. So we traded for an all-star. So that's great. So that's the 2 deals down. Next, we're going to go with a impending free agent. So it's going to cost a little bit of money, but we're going to get out of it anyway. So Alex Colomb. Let's see, is he an all-star this year as well? No, a couple years back. .2 WAR. He's an extremely hard worker. He has a reputation for success as well. Adequate middle relief. He's had a pretty good year. His strikeouts are down from last year, but so are his walks. So we'll take that. 32 games played this year, 36 innings, 36 strikeouts. Not bad, and especially when we don't have to give up much to get him, we'll take that too. I haven't decided who's going to actually start. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button there. I didn't actually, figure out who's going to start in the major leagues because we're gonna lose some lefties. I don't know who's going to be in the minor leagues. I have to figure that out here once we get everyone on the roster. So we'll complete that deal. He's going to be an impending free agent, so with the whole money thing, I'm not necessarily scared about. And then next is for some minor league depth. So we're going to go to the Phillies and Bailey Falter. So if you look at this, left-handed, 24 years old, in AAA, 2.6 WAR. I mean, obviously this is buoyed by a little bit of luck with that 364 BABIP. Soft-spoken, goes about his business. He's unhappy. He's on a minor league contract, so it's going to cost us nothing to get him. Yeah, he has very high control, mediocre stuff, average to below average movement. But then you look, he's an 88 to 90 mile an hour lefty. But again, with lefties, you don't have to be overpowering. So he's going to start. He will for sure start in AAA. But this just gives us another option to potentially call up if we need him, because as you can see, our relief pitching in the minors isn't that great either. But I feel like he will get some time this year for sure. And he also has some decent stamina too. So if we need a long reliever, if he needs to take a starting position in a pinch in the rotation, he may be able to do that. We'll see how he plays. But again, we don't have to give up very much. Again, we're going to give up a relief pitcher who's in who in the high minors last year walked about half as much as he struck people out. So again, not high upside there. So we're going to complete that. So we totally remade our bullpen here overnight. So we're going to go to pitching. And I'm going to sim this game against Chicago just so I can see what old Charrington thinks how we should start it out. So we're half game back. Let's see if we can get that win here. Another win, 10-2. Brady Singer, player of the game. Jaron Kendall goes deep. Evan White goes deep. Stephon Alamaze goes deep. Kyle Lewis goes deep. Carter Kybom goes deep. Wow, power hour, 6 in the 8th. That's incredible. So again, still a half game back. So let's go to pitching. Okay, so looks like none of the changes have been made. May have to clear. Nope, no, doesn't have to clear waivers or anything. Let's see where everyone's at then. Yep, so you can see Falter there. So I'm going to go ahead and find everyone. I'm going to see where they're at, and I'm going to rework the bullpen in the next game when we're playing Chicago, wrap up the series. Hopefully get a sweep. Hopefully it'll put us in first place, and we'll be able to move from there. So again, enjoy you guys being on these videos. Even if you watch it once or 10 views or whatever, I still think it's fun because I'd be doing this anyway. So I appreciate the time. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go Bucks.